Hello everyone. Today I want to kind of try to do a review of a pair of shoes that I bought a long time ago. It's Parkside S3 leather safety shoes. It says on the packaging that it's leather from LWG certified tanneries. I don't know what that means. Also, it has like a PU sole with thread, so that's kind of cool. If I open the box, you can see that it has a pair of shoes inside. Now let's take a look at these shoes. No laces. The laces are here, but we're not really gonna need them. You can tell that they are quite worn. It came with this Scotch-Lite reflective material. It's built into the shoe. You can tell here. That's the only place. Here again, the shoes are mirrored from each other, so you have a left shoe and a right shoe. So the cool thing about the shoe is it has a steel toe, and right here you can tell that I put some beeswax on the shoe. No certain reason, not particular reason, okay. So if we try to start, we can see that the leather here has cracked where the leather meets the rubber sole. Also this here, it has cracked here as well. It has also cracked here. You can tell if I put my finger out from the inside. Yeah. The other shoe has a big hole here. It has cracked here as well. Don't know if you can tell. And then that's pretty cool. If you look inside of the shoe, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but okay, well, you're gonna just have to trust me. It has cracked inside of just where the heel is, and that is the case for both shoes. Also happened here. Now if you look at the rubber sole, you can see that it has become hollow. It has been hollowed out by walking with it, so it's completely destroyed. Here you can see this steel that's inside of the shoe. It has completely disintegrated the rubber. Hello, how are you doing, my friend? Yes. So the thing that I find quite interesting about this shoe is that it has a steel toe, and I want to know more about this steel toe. So I think that we should try to investigate. I'm gonna start by cutting up this part where the leather is, to hopefully get closer to solving the mystery about steel toes in shoes. Does the steel actually have toes? I don't think so. I think it's more like a shielding. Wait a minute. Okay, so I've come a bit closer. Now I'm trying to kind of You know, they say you should never cut inwards towards yourself, or like just towards yourself, I guess. But sometimes you also just have to get things done. So, and if that means cutting towards yourself, I think it can be necessary. You know? Sometimes maybe you should trust that if you do cut towards yourself, it doesn't necessarily mean that you will get cut. Trust your ability not to cut yourself. Maybe that they should teach that to the Boy Scouts, or Scouts just in general. I used to play League of Legends, not that much. I never really got into it, but I tried to fit in with the boys in my class at school, and they played a lot of League of Legends, and so I kind of tried to get into it as a way to socialize with the boys in my class. I never really got to enjoy playing the game League of Legends, but I did like to play as the scout Timo. He was a funny character, and apparently if you play a lot of League of Legends, then a big part of being a fan of that game is also to not like people who play Timo. So in my trying to fit in with the other kids, I accidentally played the character that everyone hates. So that's okay, we're getting to it. This is what I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Okay, here we have the steel toe. You can see that it's for your right foot. It has a written something on it. 1138L EN 12 568. You can use that if you want. I don't need it. I will do a giveaway of this if you write in the comments what your favorite part about this video. Then I will maybe send it to you. Okay. So we're actually not done, because Parkside cares so much about their customers that they didn't stop when they had developed a shoe that could prevent your foot from getting hurt if something heavy falls on your foot. They thought, we also need to make sure that if they step on something pointy, that they won't get hurt either. So let's see. There's a medium, I wouldn't call it thin, but I wouldn't call it thick either. So I'm calling it like a normal piece of steel plating in the foot. And you know, when I walk these shoes, sometimes if I bend my foot in the right way, I could make my shoe go. And I'm starting to realize why. It's because this steel plate follows the entire sole of the foot, and it is cracked. It has cracked, kind of, not in the middle, but maybe close to the middle. And so you can tell it has cracked. So I think what happened is, if I bend my foot the right way, the two plates, just like tectonic plates, would kind of make a little earthquake in my foot. So yeah, I don't think that I will cut it. Yeah, wait, you know what? I'll cut it the entire way. Just for my audience here. I think I owe you that much. Don't you? Write in the comments, how much do you think I owe you as an audience? Because I'm not certain what you expect from me. I'm finding it quite hard, actually. It's glued on there pretty well. So I have to kind of figure out with myself, how far will I go? It's also just like, it's gonna be a longer video, you know? Do you want long videos? Do you want short videos? I think someone would like to try to convince me that you like short videos. But I personally think that you like long videos. If you are like gathering data, you probably like long videos, because longer videos equals more data. So yeah, if you're out here gathering a lot of data, then you came to the right place. Also check out 10-hour videos. You know, there's a lot of 10-hour videos. You just search up 10 hours and then a lot of videos with a lot of data in them. They're probably pretty, do you say monotonous? Like nothing really happens in those videos. It's often just the same picture and then audio that is repeated, like a 10-minute audio snippet that is looped for 10 hours. But hey, maybe someone who does interesting stuff at some point will come along and make something that's actually developing the entire 10 hours. Okay, you can now see the entire metal plate. So if you were to step on a needle, or maybe what's the big needle called? It's called a nail. If you step on a large nail, then this thing will kind of pick up the worst. So yeah, if you are shot in the foot by an armor penetrating round, I don't think that this will do it for you. But these shoes, I loved them very much. They served their purpose. I can recommend getting these shoes also just as an everyday shoe. I had no idea about this steel plate, which tells you that it's quite discreet and you won't notice it if you are thinking about getting these shoes. Yeah, this thing I will be giving away. It's cool. It can be used probably for a lot of things. Build it into your own shoes maybe. Anyways, that's it for this video. I hope to hear from you. If you want to come visit me, you can do that. Yeah. Bye bye.